Hey everyone, I'm Jaclyncosmetics and welcome to another video. So it is summertime, the sun is out, the weather is nice. So for this video, I decided to do a no foundation summer glow makeup look. It is going to be easy, pretty, so I hope you guys enjoy it. You will be going from this to this. So let's get started. Now, first thing is first is I normally don't use primer. Personally, that is just my preference. My skin doesn't react well to it. So if you use primer, you're more than welcome to put primer around the areas that you need to. Or if you don't use primer like myself, you can just use moisturizer, and that is precisely what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with this Tula Illuminating Face Serum. It definitely hydrates as well as brighten up the face complexion a little bit. So it really helps to give the face a natural dewiness, which I love. On top of that, since it is lightweight, I'm going to add just a little bit of the Tula 24/7 Moisture Cream. I talked about this in my last video and it is amazing. And this is important whether you use primer or moisturizer. It's important to do because it does give your skin a sticky surface so that whatever you put on it will stick. I also want to add, everybody, that I apologize for my look today. My baby hairs are out of this world. Postpartum hair loss is no joke. My moms out there, you know what I'm talking about. When it comes to a no makeup look, you still want to look put together. So for that, you're going to be needing concealer. Now the concealer that I like to use is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium. And I'm also going to be using the Maybelline concealer. It's also in the shade Medium, but if you guys can see, the Maybelline is fairly lighter than the Tarte Shape. So I'm going to use the Tarte Shape as my base, and I'll be using the Maybelline just right here in the corner to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Hi, we're up close and personal, girl. All right, so we're gonna be doing like so. Now, because you are going to blend it out, you do want to bring it out just a tad. So it's really going to be like this triangle area here. Now you guys can see my milia and my sunspots here, so I definitely want those to be fairly covered. Okay, so like so. This is all we're going to do. I'm going to do a little bit on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and what I didn't go back in, it's just whatever is left on the brush is what we're going to use. So then I'm going to grab a damp beauty sponge. I already pre-wet this. It definitely helps with the blending process if you do have a damp beauty sponge. So you're just going to lightly be pressing this in. You don't want to swipe. Swiping will take away the product, and we want the product to stay in place. Now, if you are oily or dry, this makeup look definitely can go for either type of skin that you have. It is easy, and really this is how I do my makeup almost every day. Well, not every day, but if I'm going out just for like a quick thing, this is what I do. So I'm doing patting motions. I'm making sure everything is blended, but I'm also taking and blending out towards the bottom whatever is left on my damp beauty sponge, which should be pretty much nothing. I'm just blending it out so it can go ahead and blend together. So we're just going to do that again on the other side. Again, patting motions. You don't want to swipe. Motions. Now, some people tend to be red around the nostril areas. If you are, you can definitely add more concealer to that area if you wanted to. I personally don't have that issue, so I'm not going to be putting any extra. You really want to maintain it to look as natural as possible without it looking too cakey. So the whole purpose is to not overdo this look with extra product that you don't need. So really keep that in mind and only use what you feel. Any spots that need to be corrected, by all means, you can go ahead and conceal those. All right, so we're just going to blend everything out on my chin area. So as you guys can see, that definitely brightened up my complexion a lot, and that will really help to bring the whole look together. And if you guys can see, it looks like it's blended together nicely. Now I do want to brighten up my inner eyes just a little bit, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that Maybelline, just a smidge right in the inner corner here, like so. And again, same damp beauty sponge, and we're gonna go. Now this time I am gonna bring it over my eyes, just to give my eyes a little bit of a base, because I do want to add just a natural color of an eyeshadow afterwards, just to kind of tie the look together so it looks effortless. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set that in with powder. So the powder that I'm going to be using on my under eyes is the Morphe translucent setting powder. You can use any powder that you like, but whichever one you prefer, go right ahead. Now I'm slightly just going to slightly just pat it. Now I am not doing too much because you don't want it to cake up or dry up. Just enough to where it won't move into your fine lines. Just a little bit. Now you want to make sure that you're using a light hand when you're doing your makeup. Just because you can always add more if you need to, but you can't take it away. And if you're heavy-handed when you're doing your makeup, that will, you know, eventually make you look cakey, or it just, you want to be light-handed because, again, you can always add more. Now, if you guys see me looking down, I apologize. I do have a mirror here just to make sure that everything close up looks okay. That is also one trick that you want to keep in mind when you are doing your makeup. It's good to have a big mirror or a camera or whatever you are doing from afar so you can see how it looks away, but it's also good to have a close-up mirror so you can see any details that you can't really tell from the big mirror. Okay, so now that that is lightly set, I'm just going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, because this look is more of an effortless look, I don't want my eyebrows to look completely snatched. For this video, I'm going to use the Tarte Sketch and Set pencil. So when you use the pencil, it definitely gives you a lighter finish, so it ends up looking more natural. And it also has this colored fiber gel that I will use afterwards, just to kind of have everything set. So I will be doing my eyebrows off of camera, and I will be right back.
2 hours later.
All right, we are back. The brows are done. I don't know about you, but in the makeup process, I hate doing my eyebrows. It takes forever and a day, but we are finally here, so let's continue. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder. It is tinted. It is in the shade light medium. It really just ties the look together. So I'm just gonna grab my brush that I used for my under eyes to set my under eyes, and I'm just slightly taking out the excess here. And then I'm just slightly going in the areas that don't have the concealer that I added. Now you don't want to forget to do your neck, your ear, because you want everything to look put together. Even if it's just powder and it's super light, you still want to include everything. Now this does help to retract any color Sweat because it is powder. Okay, and that is it. And then as you can see, it literally ties the whole face together. We used no foundation whatsoever. So after the face is done, I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of eyeshadow, just a little bit, because I kind of want this look to look a little extra without being too much. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe times James Charles palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, probably between this shade and this shade, maybe a little bit of this one to keep it light but to give it a little bit of color. So I'm gonna go in with the orange one here, and I'm just grabbing a fluffy brush. As you can see, it barely has any product in there, and I'm just going in the crease of my eyes here, and it looks super pigmented in the camera than it does in person. A little bit goes a long way. So my brush will have close to nothing by now, so I'm really just blending everything out. Now remember when I said you want to be light-handed when you do your makeup, especially when you do eyeshadow. You can have however many colors in your eyes, but if it's blended, that's what's going to create the eyeshadow look. So you really want to be super light-handed when you're blending your shadows. So I'm just lightly, again, starting at the crease of my eye, and then I'm just bringing everything out and just lightly super bright on camera, just like so. I'm not adding anything else. It was literally just that one color, nice and blended. I'm probably going to add a little bit of that light brown color here, right there. I'm gonna probably add that on my lid, just a little bit to kind of tie everything together, like so. And if you want to grab another brush that has completely nothing in it just to kind of soften it a little bit more, you're more than welcome to. I do, just to make sure that everything is blended properly. Okay, so once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. I'm gonna put some mascara on, and okay, so mascara is on. So next step will be our bronzer, just to kind of give a little warmth to the face. I'm gonna grab like a big kabuki brush, and I'm gonna use the Anastasia powder bronzer in the shade Saddle. As you can tell, I use it quite often. And I'm gonna just put it right underneath my cheekbone here. I'm not gonna bring it out. It's really just to give about there warmth to the face, and then I'm gonna bring it up around here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and then whatever is left over, then that's what I'm gonna bring down towards my cheek. But the initial point of it will be just underneath, like so. So right about there. Now the other side, just again underneath the cheekbone here and around the eyes. Now I really like to use bronzer. It's definitely your preference if you like bronzer or not. If you are deciding to choose a bronzer, I would do probably like a shade or two darker than your skin tone to start. Okay, so as you can see, that definitely brings more warmth and it ties in with the eyes. Now, because I have a low hairline around here, I am going to add a little bit more bronzer here to kind of just bring my 3 points together. Now this is completely optional. You don't have to do this part. I do just because my hairline is a little different. Okay, so just like that. And then this next step is going to be the highlighting step. This is what's going to make everything glow. To start off, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill highlighter, the luminous pattern in the shade Carats. I love this. It's a very soft, it'll give you more of like a dewy highlight look rather than like a highlight look. I'm just gonna go ahead and with the brush that she came out with her highlighters. I'm not really sure what style this one is. Oh, J01. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit and I'm just gonna go lightly on the top of the cheek here, and I'm going to put a little bit on the apples, just circular motions. And as you guys can see, that's definitely like that dewiness. It's super, super pretty. Again, I'm gonna go top of my cheek. And it's super, I don't know how to describe it. It's just super, super thin, super pretty. I dropped my highlighter and it fell on the floor. R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay. So like I was saying, whatever is left over on my brush, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on the rest of my face, because as you guys can really see, it really leaves like that dewy satin finish, and I love that look. So after that, I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush, not too much, but just a little bit to give it that like pinkish look. Again, it's just a little bit. Oh, the type of blush I'm using is the MAC Desert Rose is what I am using. So again, apple my cheeks all the way to over here, just so it's nice and blended, not too much. And I'm just gonna go slightly over, just make sure it ties together. And just go a little bit extra on the highlighter, just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighters in the shade 250. I think Maybelline's highlighters are beautiful. They're really, really great. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a brush like this, and I'm just gonna go slightly over, see that? I'm just gonna go slightly over the apple of my cheek. Again, light-handed. And it just adds that extra highlight to the whole look. Alright, and then I'm gonna add some here. Where's my mirror when I need it? And then tip of my nose. If you don't like to put highlight on the tip of your nose, or if you don't like to put highlight, this is really just an extra step. You don't have to add as much highlight as I am right now. Just gonna add a little bit on. Okay. So there we are, glowing. Alright, I'm gonna just add a little bit of lip gloss just to give it a little color. Now, you don't have to put any lip gloss. Whatever works for you, go right ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead with the Morphe lip gloss. This is in the shade Pixie. I really like this color. Any like nudes or like neutral lipsticks for me I tend to go more towards the mauve side, just because it goes more with my skin tone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add that lip gloss. Like so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and top it off with the Morphe setting mist. And that is that. Alright, Alright guys, so this is the final look for the no foundation summer glow makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, please subscribe. And if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do so. I'll leave the link down below. So yeah, if you have any ideas for my next video, please let me know. Other than that, this is it. It's super easy, it's pretty. So remember, give yourselves a little love, be kind to yourself because you're doing the best you can. All right guys, till next time, bye.